This year's Super Bowl featured several humorous ads, such as the roast for the Planters spokes character Mr. Peanut, and the Rockstar spot for enterprise software company Workday, featuring Ozzy Osbourne. Watching these ads bunched together made it seem like humor dominates branded advertising. However, just 33% of ads included some form of humor in the message, according to a study from Kantar based on more than 230,000 ads. The percentages are even lower for social media channels. Indeed, there's been a steady decline in the use of humor in advertising in the last 20 years, Kantar says, which is curious, because in both good times and bad times, laughter can be a great elixir for marketers, stimulating the endorphins and getting people to feel good about your brand. You can't blame marketers who avoid using humor in their ad creative. Not in such a hypersensitive age. Even when targeting a mass audience, comedic ads can be easily misconstrued. What one person thinks is hilarious, the next person finds deeply offensive, and the next thing you know, your brand is getting barbecued on social media. Oops. I'd like to apologize for anybody who has been offended by the term. Perhaps the lack of advertising in comedy comes back to the old adage, dying is easy, comedy is hard. Just think of that time you were at a party and told what you thought was a really funny joke to a group of people, and all you got was crickets and crooked smiles in response. Now imagine that at a very large scale. And with marketing budgets under increasing scrutiny due to an unpredictable economy, trying to find the funny is a gamble, even with the assurances of umpteen focus groups. But when you consider the returns, it may be a gamble worth taking, as the Kantar study also shows that humorous spots are more expressive, more involving, and more distinct. Comedy in advertising can take on many forms, of course. One vehicle is to create relatable and recurring characters, drop them into everyday situations, and take an episodic approach to build up consumer expectations. Insurers do this really well, of course. Think Flo and Jamie from Aggressive, Allstate's Mayhem, and Emu and Doug from Liberty Mutual. These ads work so well because the comedy stems from the situation, but they're also inspired by the kind of humor that's been entertaining people forever, whether it's dynamic and somewhat wacky duos or lovable rascals. For marketers who do want to use comedy in an effort to grow their audiences, here are a few best practices. Make sure you get buy-in from the C-suite and the humor is directly aligned with the brand DNA. Don't force the humor and pay careful attention to the tone of the campaign and potential for blowback. Casting is crucial, and marketers need to give actors space to grow their characters and cultivate a familiarity with viewers. It's too bad that comedy in ads has been declining for the past 2 decades. The current and polarizing climate is probably one reason for the lack of humor in ads these days, but it's also an opportunity for marketers to zig while everyone else zags. In Lookout, author Orlando Wood says that humor is a source of flexibility in an increasingly rigid culture, and that using comedy in ads is more likely to generate tangible business results. And that's no laughing matter. For the NA Champions of Growth podcast, I'm Matthew Schwartz.